The message from my daughter arrived on an ordinary Thursday night, but the moment I read it, my entire world changed. After more than a year of complete silence, she had written only a few simple words asking if we could have dinner together because she missed me. I read the message over and over, unable to believe it was real. For months, I had lived with the unbearable pain of losing my only child without ever understanding why she had pushed me away. That invitation felt like a miracle, and I convinced myself it was finally the chance to repair our broken relationship. On Tuesday evening, I carefully dressed in the green dress she had once given me, hoping everything would return to normal. When I reached her house, the longtime housekeeper rushed toward me with fear in her eyes and begged me not to go inside. She whispered that I was in danger and urged me to leave before anyone noticed she had spoken to me. Her warning shook me so deeply that I returned to my car instead of knocking on the door. From a distance, I watched lights suddenly fill the house as several strangers arrived, carrying folders and legal documents. My daughter and her husband were clearly preparing for something, but it had nothing to do with a family dinner. The next day, the housekeeper secretly met me and revealed a horrifying truth. My son-in-law had slowly isolated my daughter from everyone who loved her. He convinced her that I wanted to control her life and turned every disagreement into proof that I was against her happiness. Behind closed doors, he controlled everything she ate, every friend she spoke to, and every decision she made. Even worse, he had been preparing forged legal papers to steal property and investments connected to my family. According to conversations the housekeeper secretly recorded, he even discussed making my death look like a tragic accident during the dinner invitation. The evidence was terrifying. Fake signatures, forged wills, financial transfers, and recorded conversations proved that the entire dinner had been a carefully planned trap. Afraid for my life, I disappeared to a safe place while gathering more proof with the help of my lifelong lawyer and trusted friends. During those difficult days, I realized my daughter was not my enemy. She was another victim, trapped inside years of manipulation and psychological abuse. When we learned my son-in-law planned to move her far away, where I would never see her again, we knew time had run out. With help from the housekeeper, a private investigator, and a psychologist, we carefully entered the house while he was away on business. Seeing my daughter after so long broke my heart. She was painfully thin, frightened, and barely resembled the confident young woman I had raised. At first, she defended her husband, repeating the same words he had planted in her mind for years. But when she saw the forged documents, heard the recordings, and realized he had secretly used her phone to manipulate both of us, cracks began to appear in the lies she had been living. During a tense phone call, her husband sensed something was wrong and demanded answers. Knowing he would soon return, we begged her to leave with us. After a long emotional struggle, she finally chose freedom over fear. We escaped before security could stop us, and brought her to a safe farmhouse where she slowly began facing the painful truth. Through long conversations, she admitted how completely he had controlled her life, convincing her she was worthless without him, and turning everyone who loved her into imaginary enemies. Before we could contact federal authorities, her husband tracked us down in the middle of the night. He arrived with police officers, claiming I had kidnapped my own daughter. For one terrifying moment, it seemed his lies would succeed once again. Then my daughter did something none of us expected. Standing before everyone, she calmly revealed the bruises hidden beneath her sleeves, handed over the recordings, exposed the forged documents, and publicly accused him of years of abuse, fraud, and manipulation. His carefully built mask collapsed instantly as the officers realized who the real criminal was and arrested him instead. The legal battle lasted for months, but the truth could no longer be hidden. Investigators uncovered an extensive financial fraud scheme and discovered that we were not his only victims. During the trial, my daughter bravely testified against the man she once believed she loved. He was convicted on multiple charges and sentenced to many years in prison. Life did not magically become easy afterward, but it slowly became peaceful. My daughter began therapy, rebuilt her confidence, and eventually dedicated her life to helping other victims escape abusive relationships. I returned to managing my bookstore, surrounded by the friends who had risked everything to save us. The housekeeper became part of our family, and together we created a new life, built on trust instead of fear. Looking back now, I understand that real love never isolates, controls, or destroys. Real love protects without imprisoning, supports without demanding obedience, and gives people the freedom to become their true selves. My daughter and I almost lost everything because one dangerous man convinced her that control was love. Instead, we found our way back to each other, proving that no matter how dark life becomes, courage, truth, and unconditional love can still rewrite the ending.